Hey guys, welcome back to the Xmark channel. So today, starting on stage 2 of the mods on my 2018 Polaris RZR XP 1000 Highlifter. So I'll put a link to the video down below where you can check out my walk around video and basically my completion of the stage 1 mods. But what I want to talk to you guys about today was a product that I purchased, all my own money, not being paid for this. But it's a really great product and I want to give you guys a review of it. There's not too much on the YouTube on this product, so I wanted to do a review of it. So basically what I've picked up here is MTNTK Performance, the blowhole Hot Air Eliminator. I'm just showing you guys the label here. So let's get to the product. So I picked this up from Too Cool Performance down in Ottawa in Ontario. They're a dealer for MTNTK Performance. If you guys are in the States, check out HunterWorks. Todd's really awesome to deal with. I bought some secondary rollers from him, and he's also really big into this product, really believes in it. That's one of the reasons too why I picked it up. He's dealt with a lot of clutches and been Polaris clutching for a long time. And I've heard of clutch blowers. I've seen the benefits that they can do, so I knew I wanted one when it came time. So now that I got this thing out of the bag, show you what this guy's, excuse me, show you guys what this is all about. So as you can see, it's a fan hooked up to a pre-terminated cable. This actually plugs into your brake cable. It's plug and play. So as soon as you turn the key on, this sucker, 140 CFMs pushing into your clutch housing. What I really like about this, I mean, I know people are gonna look the price of this up and then they're gonna be like, I get this on Amazon. Listen, I am not putting a $20 bilge blower from whatever Home Depot you bought it from on my RZR. I'm not hacking up my ducking. I'm not, trying to cut cables and wire this in, or, this is a plug and play, no modifications to your RZR required to get the cooling that you need, especially if you're doing, mud riding, rock climbing, slow technical riding. I mean, you're not going to really run into clutch issues if you're a fast trail rider. I think the only time where you're really going to run into an issue might be some sand dunes, might be some of the dune riders. Might run into some heat issues being wide open throttle all day. But this is really going to help when you're in low speed, high load, or really increased load, where you're really getting that belt hot, you're getting the clutches hot, but you're not really getting a lot of CFMs. You're not getting a lot of airflow through that clutch. You're not spinning that primary fast enough to get that mechanical fan to get that air out of there. And this is where this thing is going to come in handy, blowing out 140 CFMs all the time. Now, if you have a RZR Turbo, they even have a big old model. I think it's a 4-inch model, and it's upwards around over 200 CFM. But this will be plenty and will really help where, after a hard pull in the mud, I'm not sitting there in neutral revving it up and trying to get that belt temperature down. When I look at the cost of these, they're right around, I think it was $250, I want to say. That's basically the cost of an RZR belt right now. So I really believe this is probably going to save me a belt, and it's going to increase performance. Keeping those belt temperatures down is going to get some good bite. So there's a lot of reasons why I really like CVT belt blowers, and really like this model. With the plug and play, with the wiring coming out, it slips right into place. I think this is an awesome product. With that being said, I'm going to do a few things here. I'll get this installed for you guys, just show you guys the basics, how it installs. It's super easy to install, and we're actually going to do some tests here. We're actually going to run, and it's not going to be scientific, but we're going to just show you guys how much more this thing blows at idle and at low speeds, to kind of give you guys maybe a reference to know that this thing's actually working. So let me get that test set up. We're all stock right now. Everything's all connected. Nothing's been touched. This is all factory. Got the fan in my hand, so we're just going to do a paper test, and I'll show you guys what it's like with the stock setup, and then we can kind of compare it, get this thing installed, and do some comparisons. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, welcome back. So we've got this thing installed. Let's just walk you through some really quick steps about how it goes in. It's super simple, 100% reversible, which is the best thing that I like, and it's plug and play. So let's just show you guys here. So let's bring you in. Alright, so first thing, as you can see, is I installed the wiring harness here. Hopefully we can get you in there. At the 12 o'clock position, and it routes in behind your air intake. There's one zip tie here, and then it just plugs into your brake harness. And there you go. I got some dielectric grease on both these connectors, so we're good to go there. And going back here, as you can see, is the clamp, the rubber boot they provide goes over the clutch covers intake. Then this tube, the air intake tube for the clutch, CVT clutch, lines up with the metal on the CVT blower, on the MTNTK blower. Then your OEM, your factory clamp, bolts onto the rubber here and bolts back onto the tube as it was originally. So it's completely reversible. Got these things snugged down real good. Everything fits really nice. Definitely is going to seal well, and you know, it's plug and play. So yeah, guys, let's get this cover back on. Get this thing started up. We've already done the before. We already had you guys. You know, we started this thing up, showed you the paper. Want to show you guys that. Let's do it now that we have it installed, and let's do some comparisons. So with the magic of video editing, we'll show you guys basically the before and after, back to back, so you guys can kind of compare and make this you know, an apples to apples kind of thing. So with that, get the clutch cover on, get you the videos, and catch up to you guys in just a minute. All right, thanks. Alright guys, so you've seen the results. I'm pretty happy. I mean, I paid my hard-earned money for this, so I was interested in to see, you know, this is not scientific. I think a lot of people would love to see, you know, a RZR back gauge installed and, you know, working on the trails, but that's really subjective as well, depending on the day and the temperatures, and man, you could really get complicated really quick. I just wanted a meat and potatoes. How much air does it flow, and where does this thing start to equal out? And in the videos, you'll see it was, you know, idle 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 RPM. I don't want to run any higher than that because I know the mechanical fan's going to catch up. It looked right around 5,000 RPM. The mechanical fan had caught up with the same level as having the blower installed. That's great. So that means everything basically below 5,000, I'm pushing way more airflow in those clutches. That's going to work super well for crawling in deep in the mud when I'm not wide open throttle. Helping to get that clutch cool after a hard run, and also keeping it cool before it has a chance to build up all that temperature. So to me, this is a win-win. You know what? Throw your comments below, guys. What do you think of this? Do you think this thing was worth it? Are you looking for one for yours? So I'll you know, throw some links down below. Too Cool Performance helped me out. You know, paid full price for this thing, but they're available in Canada. No border fees with those guys. Spence, I bought a few things off Spencer before. And if you're in the States, check out HunterWorks. Todd's super easy to deal with, super fast on shipping, and he's also a dealer for Mountain. So MTNTK. So alright guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't, and you got any questions, comments, you know, you think this video was great, you think it was bad, you think it was alright, shoot it down in the comments. I'm up for constructive criticism. Alright guys, lots more to come from the channel. We're heading out tomorrow on a ride. Cochrane again, and looks to be good. We're going to be in some skeg, and we're going to see how this RZR does, and we're going to see how the Mountain Tech fan keeps my belt cool. All right, guys, thanks for checking in with us, watching this video, and stay tuned for more.